Imagine you're in a jungle, perched up high in the trees. All around you there's life, birds chirping, leaves rustling. But wait, what's that? Suddenly you spot something moving, but you almost miss it because it's perfectly camouflaged. It's the world's greatest color-changing artist, the chameleon. Chameleons are among the most fascinating creatures on Earth. They're not just good at hiding, they're masters of disguise. But there's so much more to these reptiles than meets the eye. Today, we're going to explore the hidden superpowers of the chameleon. Are you ready for a wild ride? Let's start with the thing chameleons are most famous for, their color-changing superpower. Most people think chameleons change color purely to blend into their surroundings. Well, that's true, but it's only part of the story. In reality, chameleons change color for a variety of reasons, sometimes to camouflage, sure, but often to communicate with other chameleons or express their emotions. Think of it like a mood ring, but way cooler. When a chameleon is feeling calm and relaxed, it might be a dull green or brown. But when it's fired up, whether it's angry, excited, or trying to impress a mate, it can flash into bright colors, like vivid yellows, reds, and blues. Imagine being able to change the color of your clothes depending on how you're feeling. That would be something, right? But wait, there's more. Chameleons also use their color-changing skills to regulate their body temperature. You see, chameleons are cold-blooded, which means they rely on their surroundings to stay warm. By shifting to darker colors, they can absorb more heat from the sun. And if they're getting too hot, they'll switch to lighter colors to reflect the sunlight. They're like walking solar panels with built-in thermometers. Now, let's talk about their eyes. Have you ever seen a chameleon's eyes up close? They look like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. Chameleons have some of the most unique eyes in the animal kingdom. For starters, they're big, round, and bulging out of their heads. And here's the crazy part, each eye moves independently. That's right, chameleons can look in two directions at once. Imagine looking left with one eye while keeping an eye on what's happening to your right with the other. It's like having built-in 360-degree vision. This gives chameleons an incredible advantage because they can scan their entire environment for predators or prey without moving their bodies. But when it's time to focus on something important, like a delicious insect snack, both eyes lock in on the target with laser-like precision. That's when you know they're getting serious. Speaking of snacks, let's dive into the chameleon's most jaw-dropping feature, their tongue. And trust me, this is one of nature's coolest weapons. Chameleons don't just have long tongues, they have superpowered tongues. In fact, their tongues can be up to twice the length of their bodies. So imagine a chameleon that's 6 inches long, it can shoot its tongue out 12 inches. That's a whole foot of tongue. But it's not just the length that's impressive, it's the speed. A chameleon's tongue can accelerate faster than a fighter jet. I'm not exaggerating, scientists have measured it, and it moves at speeds of up to 60 miles per hour in less than a second. That means the chameleon can catch an insect before the poor bug even knows what hit it. And at the tip of that tongue is a sticky, suction cup-like structure that grabs the prey and pulls it back into the chameleon's mouth. Fast, precise, and powerful, it's like the perfect insect-catching machine. But chameleons don't just rely on their tongue to catch prey, they're also experts in stealth. These reptiles are patient hunters, and they can move through the trees so slowly and quietly that their prey doesn't even realize they are there. This slow, deliberate movement helps them avoid detection while they get into the perfect position for a quick tongue strike. And here's another trick they have up their sleeve. Chameleons are tree climbing specialists. Their feet are uniquely adapted to grip tree branches, with toes that are arranged in groups of 2 and 3, kind of like a pair of salad tongs. This allows them to grasp tightly as they move, so they can navigate even the trickiest branches. And don't forget about their tail. Chameleons have a prehensile tail, which means they can wrap it around branches for extra balance and support. Think of it as their fifth limb, always ready to keep them steady as they creep along the trees. So, what does a chameleon like to eat? Well, it's mostly insects, flies, crickets, beetles, you name it. They're the perfect size for a chameleon's speedy tongue. But some larger chameleon species aren't just limited to bugs, they might go after small birds or even other reptiles if they're feeling adventurous. Chameleons are ambush predators. They'll sit still for hours, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And when an unsuspecting insect comes too close, bam! The tongue snaps out, the prey is caught, and it's lunchtime. Before we wrap up, here are a few more fun facts that might surprise you about these amazing creatures. Chameleons come in a huge variety of sizes. The smallest chameleon is just over an inch long, yes, an inch, while the largest species can grow up to 2 feet in length. That's like the difference between a tiny toy and a full-grown cat. They have a funny way of walking. If you watch closely, chameleons move in a slow, rocking motion, forward, pause, backward, pause, as if they are testing each step carefully. Some scientists believe this helps them mimic the movement of leaves swaying in the wind, so they blend in even more. There are over 200 different species of chameleons in the world, and they are found in a wide range of habitats, from rainforests to deserts to mountain regions. Madagascar, in particular, is home to nearly half of all chameleon species. It's like the chameleon capital of the world. So, in conclusion, chameleons aren't just cool because they can change colors. They've got incredible vision, lightning-fast tongues, and ninja-like stealth. Whether they are blending into their surroundings, keeping an eye on everything, or hunting down their next meal, chameleons are some of nature's greatest wonders.